October is always my busiest month. I have so much to talk about in this recap video, so I should really just get right into it. Gonna try and do this in chronological order. Let's see how that goes. October 3rd is Mean Girls Day, and less importantly, National Boyfriend Day. That was a joke. But I really didn't do anything for either of those holidays because I had dinner with my family. We went to a restaurant. It wasn't really anything special, but it was to celebrate my grandparents' anniversary and the 3 birthdays this month, just all in one day. It was great to see my grandparents and go out to eat in general. My 21st birthday was on the 5th. And it's always a huge day for me, not because I do anything crazy to celebrate, but because I always post a birthday video on the hub. My first video I ever posted was on my 18th birthday, so it feels important to keep up the tradition. I always try to make them special in one way or another. So this year, my boyfriend helped me out and we did our first real video together. I was so happy, and it was probably one of the best presents I could ask for. My boyfriend's mom got me cake and sunflowers, which was super unexpected and so sweet. And my parents did a grocery trip for us and got us a bunch of stuff that I'm too cheap to buy regularly. And that's like probably the best adult present from your parents, so. And then my gift to you all was that I opened up 21 free subscription spots on my Fansly, so congrats to the people who grabbed them while they were available, and thanks for helping me celebrate. You may have seen my Halloween party prep video I did. That ended up just being like a low-key thing, but it was nice to celebrate the season with friends. And then right after that, our Canadian Thanksgiving came around. My parents did drop-off dinners, which was convenient and yummy. And then we went to my boyfriend's dad's for his family dinner, which is always good too. And then right after Thanksgiving, I got totally sick. My boyfriend had been sort of sick for a while, and I had been avoiding it, but then it hit me like a truck. I was dying. We finished 2 bottles of NyQuil in a week between the both of us, and Halls and VapoRub were also used religiously. I knew I didn't have COVID, and it was just the flu, but the paranoia was horrible. Thankfully, we had COVID tests booked already to go to Vegas. Sitting there waiting for my test and holding in a cough, though, was not fun. And I would have been really upset if I didn't get to go. Going to Vegas was my boyfriend's birthday present this month. His dad goes all the time, and we get treated very well there, so it was great. And a bonus that we didn't have to pay for much because it gets expensive. I'm gonna share some pics on Insta, but I kind of wanted to wait till my Halloween spam was done first, so stay tuned. This is probably going to be the longest part of this month recap because the trip to Vegas was jam-packed with excitement, and I'm even going to skip over some of the boring stuff like the flight and shopping and all that. Also, if you didn't watch my packing for Vegas video, you should. Then you can imagine my outfits while I'm talking about all this. So, 21st birthday in Vegas means drinking all day, every day, and those drinks are strong. I'm pretty decent at controlling myself with booze, so I kept a good buzz going, but man, on that last day, I messed up and I had one too many jumbo margaritas by the pool, but I'll come back to that. Chronological order here. My biggest thing was that I wanted to see strippers. I never had before, and I knew in Vegas that's like the best place you can see strippers. So we went to 2 shows. Absinthe, which I had heard of before and needed to see. It was so funny and the perfect mix of like circus acts and stripping. We probably recommended that to every single other drunk couple that we saw while we were in Vegas, which was like a lot. And then we also went to see Fantasy. That one was a little bit of a different vibe for sure, but it was amazing. They still had comedy to it, which I loved, but it was more focused on like the actual stripping, if that makes sense. They were topless, so I was super excited to see that many boobs at once. And from a career standpoint, boring, I know, it was fantastic watching them perform, and the energy and confidence they gave off on stage was just amazing. If you've seen the movie Burlesque with Christina Aguilera and Cher, it was kind of similar to that. Now, I did want to see, like, throw money strippers, not gonna lie, but we ran out of time, so I guess we'll have to go back for that. Not gonna complain. I'm still super happy about what I did get to experience. It was amazing. But now I'll move on to some other stuff, because once I saw boobs, I was like set for the rest of the trip and said, I'm down for anything because I got what I came for. So we went to an NHL game. I don't really care for hockey at all. Bad Canadian, I know. But they made it more of like an interactive show than just a boring hockey game. And then we walked back to the hotel after. Holy cow. There was so much walking on this trip. I'm still aching. But we got huge daiquiris, I hope I said that right, that were practically as tall as me and had extra shots in them, which made it even more difficult to walk, but worth it. Another day we went to Fremont Street, which was mental of us because it was like a 3-hour walk. I was actually glad it wasn't boiling hot while we were there because I would have legit died. That was really, really cool though, and walking through the more like dilapidated parts of town was beautiful, seeing the old Vegas wedding chapels and the cheap motels and stuff like that. I loved it. And while we were there, I decided I should spend my first chunk of money on gambling. I'm super cheap, so I went to the super cheap machines and I put in 20 bucks. On like my third spin, I hit a jackpot and won $180. Obviously, that isn't a crazy amount for Vegas standards, but like, what are the odds of that happening? Then I pulled it out and refused to gamble for the rest of the trip because I really wanted to say that I won money in Vegas. I'm really boring. I did make us cab back to our hotel after though, because there was no way I was gonna do that 3-hour walk again. We also went and saw the Bodies exhibit because I'm super into that stuff. Fun fact about me, I actually wanted to go into forensics, but then I changed my mind and became an internet whore instead. Oops. Anyways, it was amazing to see everything there, but it was really hard to like wrap my head around the fact that they were real. Everything was preserved and coated so it wouldn't be like a biohazard, of course, but some stuff wasn't even in like a glass case and they were just propped up to look at. It was really amazing. And then the last sort of like big event we did was we saw Carrot Top. I had never heard of him before, but apparently everyone else has. Oops. He was pretty funny, and I'm very picky with the sort of comedy I like, so that was kind of nice. Lots of props in his skits, and I did not realize he was almost 60 years old, so kind of crazy of him. Good for him. And then, of course, to fill in all the holes in the schedule around those like main events, we went to tons of fancy restaurants and ate loads of amazing food. Drank more, hung out in our beautiful hotel room, walked around more, chilled at the hotel pool, drank even more. You're really never at a loss for things to do. I had a fantastic time and I'm so glad I got to go. I did plan on vlogging the entire thing, but that 100% fell through. I am so sorry. I find that living in the moment is like really important. So it would have been difficult, especially drunk. I woke up and filmed the intro to the vlog at 4 a.m. before leaving for the airport, and that was about as far as I got with that. I'd still like to try and do a vlog someday. I love the concept. Just maybe on something a little more simple than taking on Vegas. Now, I'm still not done recapping my month, so hang tight. We got home and tried to get back to normal, back to work, you know how it is. And then I was given like 70 bottles of lube. I love free things, so I took all of them, and now I have a ton of lube that I don't know what to do with. I'll obviously use it, but I have no idea where to put all of it. I do plan on posting a video going over all of it though, and the different types, and my favorites and recommendations, and all of that. It's one of my favorite things. So I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys are too. And lastly, we need to talk about Halloween. Obviously, it's October. I did tons of Halloween content, like always, so hopefully you've been watching it all. Let me know what your favorite costume of mine is. So on here, I did a Tinkerbell tutorial and a Betty Boop tutorial. And then on the hub, I did videos as Kitana from Mortal Kombat, Star Wars Slave Leia, and Wednesday Addams. And a lot of you may not know this, but I posted exclusive videos on AVN and Fansly as well. You can buy them on AVN or subscribe to my membership tier on Fansly to see all the extra costume content and vids I did. I am discounting it 25% off for one day only, so take advantage of it. There was a cheerleader costume, black cat accessories, I was Harley Quinn, Spider-Gwen, and my controversial Bride of Chucky video is now available only on AVN. I posted it last year on the hub and it got taken down, so if you want to check it out, it's only $10 and possibly limited time, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about it getting taken down again, but I hope not. I'd say this was a pretty successful Halloween in my opinion, and I can't wait until next year. Thanks for tuning into this month review. I think this may be one of my best ones yet. Hopefully I didn't forget anything, but this was like tons of stuff to talk about anyway, so hopefully it was entertaining. And please go check out all of my hard work Halloween content on my other platforms with the link in the description below, and I'll see you next month.